The Shang Dynasty, also known as the Yin or the Yin Shang, was one of the earliest recorded dynasties in ancient China and is believed to have existed from around 1600 BCE to 1046 BCE. The Shang Dynasty was founded by King Tang, who overthrew the preceding Xia Dynasty. King Tang led a rebellion against the corrupt Xia Dynasty, specifically targeting its last ruler, Jade, whose tyrannical rule had caused widespread suffering. His victory marked the end of the Xia and the beginning of the Shang Dynasty, establishing a new era in Chinese history. King Tang is remembered for his wisdom and just rule, contrasting with the tyranny he supplanted. He is often portrayed as a model emperor who cared for his people and followed the principles of righteousness, setting a high standard for future Chinese rulers. After defeating the Xia, King Tang established the capital of the new dynasty, traditionally believed to be at Bo, which laid the groundwork for the dynasty's administrative and cultural center. The capital of the Shang Dynasty moved several times, with the most famous being at Anyang in present-day Henan province. The Shang Dynasty's influence on subsequent Chinese dynasties can be seen in the continuation of imperial rituals and the centralized administration model. Bronze artifacts in Shang Dynasty, besides their aesthetic value, showcase technical mastery in creating tools, weapons, and ceremonial objects, which contributed to the empire's power and cultural identity. The practice of divination through oracle bones not only served religious purposes, but also inadvertently preserved a record of the Shang language, offering modern scholars a glimpse into the earliest forms of written Chinese. The societal structure of the Shang Dynasty, with its strict class divisions, set a precedent for social organization in later Chinese societies, where hierarchy and roles were similarly defined. The Shang's military strategy, with the integration of chariots, influenced the evolution of warfare tactics in Eastern Asia for centuries. Shang Dynasty's agricultural innovations, including irrigation systems, ensured food security and supported the growth of urban centers, which were essential for the dynasty's stability and expansion. The development of a written script during the Shang Dynasty was pivotal, enabling the documentation of laws, history, and philosophical ideas, thereby laying the groundwork for China's rich literary tradition. The elaborate burial practices of the Shang Dynasty revealed a deep reverence for the afterlife and the belief in the continuity of royal power beyond mortality. The dynasty's encounters and conflicts with neighboring tribes, such as the Zhou, illustrate the dynamic geopolitical landscape of ancient East Asia and the constant struggle for territorial dominance. The Shang's belief in divine kingship, where rulers were seen as intermediaries between mortals and the supernatural, underscores the fusion of religion and politics that characterized much of Chinese imperial history. Their trade networks, reaching out to distant regions, demonstrate the Shang Dynasty's economic reach and the importance of commerce in consolidating power and acquiring luxury goods. The Shang Dynasty's legal code, while rudimentary compared to later systems, established the principle of rule by law, an important step towards ordered governance in ancient China. Shang Dynasty's architectural feats, such as the fortified city walls, exemplify early urban planning and military strategy, reflecting a sophisticated understanding of defense and community organization. The integration of nature worship and celestial observations in the Shang religion highlights an early form of holistic thinking, connecting human actions with natural cycles and divine forces. The Yingshu site's excavation has yielded invaluable insights into the daily life, economy, and rituals of the Shang Dynasty, enriching our understanding of early Chinese civilization. The Shang Dynasty's legacy in the arts, with intricate jade carvings and bronze work, demonstrates a high level of craftsmanship and artistic expression that has been celebrated throughout Chinese history. Shang Dynasty's system of tribute and taxation was an early form of economic centralization, allowing the dynasty to exert control over its territories and resources. The Shang Dynasty's understanding of the lunar calendar and its role in organizing society and agricultural activities underscores the deep connection between religion, science, and daily life. The road networks and communication systems developed by the Shangs facilitated the swift movement of troops and goods, enhancing the empire's cohesion and responsiveness. Through their military campaigns, the Shang Dynasty not only expanded their borders, but also fostered cultural exchanges, spreading their influence and assimilating new ideas. The The Zhou dynasty's mandate of heaven built upon the Shang's belief in divine authority, refining it into a philosophical concept that linked the ruler's moral behavior to the stability and prosperity of the realm. The Shang dynasty's artistic representations of mythology and animals were not just decorative. They conveyed spiritual beliefs and cosmological understandings integral to their worldview. The discovery of proto-writing on oracle bones and other artifacts points to a gradual evolution of written communication, highlighting the Shang dynasty's contribution to the intellectual heritage of China. The dynasty's end marked a turning point as the Zhou dynasty's rise introduced new philosophical schools such as Confucianism and Taoism, which deeply shaped Chinese thought and governance for millennia. The Shang dynasty's legacy in metallurgy extended beyond bronze, with the production of iron beginning to emerge towards the end of their reign, laying the groundwork for future technological advancements. Shang dynasty's system of governance, featuring a combination of hereditary monarchy and a bureaucratic structure, influenced the administrative models of not only the Zhou dynasty, but also many succeeding imperial administrations in China. The Shang dynasty's emphasis on ancestor worship not only strengthened family ties, but also provided a framework for social stability, as it reinforced the idea of continuity and respect for the past. The integration of music and dance in Shang rituals and ceremonies reflects a belief in the harmonious balance of the spiritual and physical worlds and contributed to the refinement of these art forms in Chinese culture. Skilled artisans of the Shang dynasty, such as bronze casters and jade craftsmen, were held in high esteem, highlighting the value placed on creativity and technical skill within their society. The Shang dynasty's advancements in metallurgy and agriculture contributed to a surplus of goods, which in turn facilitated trade and the development of a more complex economy. Shang dynasty's approach to land management, with the division of lands among nobles and the requirement of tribute, set the stage for feudal-like systems that would evolve in later Chinese history. The use of horses in warfare by the Shangs revolutionized mobility and the capacity for rapid deployment of troops, changing the face of battle tactics in ancient China. The Shang dynasty's collapse, amidst environmental pressures and social discontent, underscores the importance of sustainable resource management and the delicate balance between human activity and the natural environment. Shang dynasty's architectural remains, including palace foundations and defensive structures, demonstrate an early understanding of engineering principles and the strategic use of space for both practical and symbolic purposes. The Shang dynasty's complex belief system, with its myriad deities and rituals, reveals a society deeply connected to its spiritual realm, influencing later Chinese religions and philosophies. The divination records provide not only historical data, but also a window into the Shang people's mindset, their concerns, and their attempt to navigate life through divine guidance. The Shang dynasty's influence on Chinese philosophy, through the concepts of fate, divine rule, and the interconnectedness of natural and spiritual realms, laid the groundwork for profound intellectual explorations in later eras. Shang dynasty's system of education, though informal and focused on the elite, seeded the tradition of scholarly pursuits that would flourish in subsequent dynasties. The Shang dynasty's art, with its distinct style and symbolism, continues to inspire artists and designers even today, showcasing the timeless appeal of ancient Chinese aesthetics. The dynasty's ability to maintain control over a large territory, despite communication challenges, attests to the effectiveness of their administrative and communication networks. The Shang dynasty's legacy in the formation of the Chinese national identity is profound, as their cultural, political, and technological achievements helped shape what would become one of the world's longest-lasting civilizations. Shang dynasty's transition from a largely decentralized system to a more centralized authority underlined the necessity for strong central governance in managing a complex society. The Shang dynasty's story, with its rise, golden age, and eventual decline, serves as a historical lesson on the cyclical nature of power and the importance of adaptability and innovation in leadership. The Shang dynasty's system of record-keeping, through inscriptions on oracle bones and bronzes, established a tradition of historical documentation that would be cherished and advanced in Chinese culture, contributing to a rich historiography. Shang dynasty's military innovations, such as the development of the chariot corps and organized standing armies, were instrumental in territorial expansion and defense, shaping military strategies for generations to come. The Shang Dynasty's social hierarchy, while rigid, allowed for a certain level of mobility through merit, particularly in the military and specialized crafts, setting precedents for future class structures. The role of women in Shang society, though limited by modern standards, included some positions of influence as priestesses and in royal lineage, indicating a nuanced societal structure. Shang Dynasty's trade with neighboring regions, including the exchange of luxury goods and ideas, contributed to cultural diffusion and economic growth in the region. The Shang Dynasty's practice of burying valuable artifacts with the deceased not only honored the dead, but also preserved a treasure trove of artifacts that offer insights into their material culture and beliefs. Shang Dynasty's agricultural innovations like crop rotation and seed selection were essential for supporting a growing population and laid the foundation for sustainable farming practices. The Shang Dynasty's art, with its intricate designs and symbolic motifs, reflected not just aesthetic preferences, but also a sophisticated cosmology and understanding of the natural world. The dynasty's collapse and the subsequent rise of the Zhou dynasty brought about philosophical renaissance, as Zhou thinkers questioned and built upon Shang-era beliefs, leading to the birth of Confucianism and Taoism. The Shang system of governance, with its blend of royal authority and local autonomy, provided a template for balancing centralized power with regional interests in Chinese politics. Shang Dynasty's use of fortifications and city planning indicates an early understanding of urban defense and civic organization that would evolve and refine over the centuries. The Shang Dynasty's legacy and the development of the Chinese script, from rudimentary symbols to a more complex written language, was crucial for the preservation and spread of knowledge and culture. Shang Dynasty's integration of religion and politics, with the king acting as a high priest, emphasized the divine right to rule, and was a feature replicated in many later Chinese dynasties. Shang Dynasty's understanding and recording of astronomical events, evident in oracle bone inscriptions, laid the groundwork for the advanced astronomical knowledge of later Chinese civilizations. The Shang Dynasty's impact on the arts, especially in pottery and jade carving, showcases a refinement of techniques and an appreciation for beauty that resonates through Chinese art history. Shang Dynasty's territorial consolidation and the establishment of clear boundaries influenced the geographical scope and perception of China as a unified state. The Shang Dynasty's legacy of statecraft, with its complex bureaucracy and administrative systems, was crucial in establishing the framework for a lasting imperial tradition in China. Shang Dynasty's legacy extends to the modern day, as contemporary Chinese culture and governance still echo elements of the social, philosophical, and administrative structures initiated during the Shang Dynasty.